When we talk about tools to manage projects, only really focusing of the Microsoft universe finally. Uh, there are a lot of tools we see in the daily business on customer sites, for example. First of all, maybe the first tool all of you are knowing is Microsoft Excel. So I saw in the last year, I saw a lot of project management tools based off Microsoft Excel to really to manage projects, to manage the commercial side of projects and everything around it. And it was always, I would say, amazing what you can do with Excel. So it is maybe some of you say oh, Excel, hey, really, this is not a tool to manage projects, but it's really many companies are using Excel to exactly for that reason. The next thing is what is available is Microsoft To Do. With Microsoft To Do, you have great chances to organize your daily your daily tasks or to plan personal tasks over the next period of time for the next week or for the next month or depending on your needs. But to collaborate with them with Microsoft To Do it's a little bit hard. So you can share tasks with your colleagues or with external parties as well, but sometimes it's not that easy as you think. So they don't get the same messages. But in the meanwhile, it increases, so it's better connected into Outlook. It's better connected in OneNote. So if you choose for example, instead of the Outlook offline client, what you have installed on your local machine, if you choose the web client and you create a task in the web client, directly the task is added to do, not longer to the task list which was part of Outlook. So things change there. So those tools are getting more connected to each other. But at the end, we will see it, or one of the next slides, To Do is as a way to manage tasks, at least from a project, from personal project maybe more. But again, sometimes we're facing as well To Do as to challenge it as a project management tool. A little bit a step ahead of To Do is Microsoft Planner. Microsoft Planner was originally intended, so from my personal feeling here, to really to manage smaller teams with slow or low complexity of projects, and yeah, to keep track of tasks, to assign the tasks to specific people, and to follow up on those to see if they're done or if there are any questions, and to distribute it around it. This comes to the next point. Beside Excel, let's choose Planner and To Do. Maybe more fit to those two, but they are online tools, so you can share it, you can access it via the website. So planner.microsoft.com or To Do and so on. All you can directly reach it, but you had no chance to combine it, and this is where now Microsoft Teams, including the SharePoint behind and those capabilities, come into place. To connect those data, to connect it, to say, okay, this is my team channel for a specific project, and or my team instead of a channel, you can add members, you can grant them access to the teams, or can remove the access to the team, and then you can add your specific tabs to add a planner, to add a to-do list, or even to add some Excel lists where you structure in SharePoint behind to manage the Excel. So Microsoft Team itself is maybe not a tool to manage a project itself, but it allows us to connect the different possibilities. So those are the most common tools we face over the last period of time on the left-hand side. But as you maybe say, hey, come on, those are not really project management tools. Let's take a look on the other side when we, for example, talk about Microsoft Project or Microsoft Online, Project Online or Project Server. So the SharePoint based or the install based solution. This is more complex one to really to handle in the project management tasks, to plan. You have your WBS to plan all of those tasks accordingly, to select dependencies, to really to move them around, to use at least some color coding to highlight something. It's really, if you have huge and complex structures, Microsoft Online is maybe the way to go. But things has changed. So all of those, so the Microsoft Online and the installed Microsoft Project Client, those are tools to manage projects, which the tool itself has an amazing complexity inside. And to manage that complexity, you need a pretty good training and a lot of experience to be able to finally to be successful in your project management, not depending on your project itself, only depending on the tool what you're using to manage your project. And this was something Microsoft experienced by themselves, and this is why they introduced the modern project tool, like they named it in the beginning. Now we just call it Project for the Web. And Project for the Web is the next, I would say, it's the next generation on a modern platform like the Power Platform, Dataverse in the back end, really to manage project. The main purpose of Project for the Web was in the beginning to simplify the usage, to reduce the training needs in the beginning, to ramp up new people, to get started with the project planning process, to focus really on the key elements. Therefore, Microsoft reduced a lot of functionality. What was not intended to really to focus on the main tasks to manage a project was reduced finally. It's not longer there. Now, over the last 1.5 years, Microsoft has continuously added new features, additional features, like what we see to be able to add custom fields, for example, or to change views in the backend, or to react with Power Automate on specific changes, because the data is based on Dataverse, which leads us to the point that we can simplify the usage, for example, of Power Automate to automate our processes. And a lot of more new features will be available within the next, I would say, next quarter to next half a year. So a lot of things what currently only is available in Project Online will be available in a way to extend the functionality of Project for the Web as well, like the multi-dependencies in the backend or some other features we are missing currently. This leads us to that's not everything what Microsoft provides from a project management capability perspective as a tool set. We still have, for example, as well, Microsoft Dynamics 365 project operations from the business application side. And this is as well not really a new tool. It's now a little bit more than a year, more than a year in the market. But the baseline of project operations is project server automation. And project server automation, service automation, not server, sorry, service automation is in the market since April 2016. And it's a tool to focus on the commercial aspects and the sales process, so a process-driven project management approach, which is pretty, full-fledged feature set to really to manage a project from the pipeline management in the beginning till the customer billing at the end, the whole life cycle around it in one tool.